What's good, fam? My intention for this video is to speak upon breaking the cycle, what that means for me, how I've been implementing it within my own life, and yeah, what breaking the cycle is all about. I literally have, I'll show you this real quick. This is something I kind of drew a while back, but it stands for break the cycle. And it talks about how a lot of the times, not even really talks about, but symbolizes how a lot of the times we are stuck in an infinite cycle, going around and around and around. And it is ourselves that is keeping us stuck within that cycle. So at a certain point, we've got to put an X in the ground and we've got to break the cycle. We've got to get out of that infinite loop, to get out, to live a life that is more in alignment with what you're meant to be doing, because you're not meant to be living in an infinite cycle. You know what I mean? You're meant to be living a life of purpose, a life of you manifesting your dreams into this reality. And the only thing that is preventing you from manifesting your dreams into this reality are the infinite cycles that you get stuck in. And it's until you break the infinity loop that you escape from the cycle. You will literally continue to go around and around and around and around and around and around and around on that loop until you put that X in the ground and you're like, I am breaking the cycle right the fuck now. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. I already talked about it a little bit, but yeah, I want to talk about, right now, I want to talk about generational trauma, because that is a massive cycle that I have broken within my life, that I know, everyone has their own generational trauma, and it is up to us to break it. It is up to us to break that generational trauma. Imagine your ancestors are all watching you go through this life. They are rooting you on, bro. They're rooting you on to break that generational trauma. They went through everything that they went through so that you could be where you are right now, to have the opportunity to mark that X in the sand, to mark that X in the dirt, so that you can break that generational trauma. So I want you to ask yourself, what is your generational trauma? What cycles are being repeated within your family? This is a question that I had to ask myself a couple of years ago, and I asked myself this question a couple of years ago, but it's taken me a couple of years to genuinely go through the lessons in order to break the cycles, in order to get to the point where I could mark my X in the sand and be like, dude, this is no longer a part of my generational bloodline. It wasn't just the second that I asked that question, it was just all gone. You have to go through lessons. You have to go through lessons in order to learn how to break that trauma. And you also have to heal from the trauma, because that's the thing. The reason that the cycles get perpetuated within your life is because you're not healing from them. You're not taking the time, the energy to go within your being to heal from these things that are cyclically happening within your life. So, generational trauma. Yeah. Some generational trauma, just to dive into it a little bit, to give you some examples of what I mean. For me, a big one was smoking. One generational trauma that ran within my mother's bloodline was smoking cigarettes. I'm not sure if weed was part of that, but I know for sure cigarettes and nicotine in general, and being addicted to it, the generational trauma of the addiction. And it was that cyclical loop, my ancestors, my grandfather, his father, and then the father before that, I know for sure they all smoked. So it was the cyclical cycle of one father smoking, the son picking up on that, and then just the generational trauma. For my father's side, I know that that one was definitely related to more of the masculinity, the sexual energy, and being tapped into your masculine rather than allowing the feminine parts of yourself to dominate you. So, yeah, those are generational traumas that I have become aware of, that I have put to an end. Another one is poverty. That is something that has definitely ran in my family for a while that I am working on breaking. Um, my parents have given me more of a middle class. And actually, now that I say that, like, I think it's really my parents who broke that one. You know, my parents were like, yo, I don't want to live in poverty. I don't want to live the way that I grew up. So they gave me a life that allowed me to escape from that poverty. And that's just me being real. Like, that's me not taking responsibility, and not responsibility, credit for something that they did. You know, they did that. They did that shit. Um, but me, I'm going to be breaking the cycle of middle class. I'm going to make sure that that is not a cycle that we get stuck in. I'm bringing more prosperity, abundance, affluence into the next generation, into, uh, the next generation. Bro, this is like completely off topic, but I feel called to talk about it. I think it kind of relates, but it relates to the last thing that I just said, talking about abundance, prosperity. But I was talking to this, the gym that I go to. I was talking to the owner's son yesterday. He's like 5. And just the way that he was talking about his dad, like, that made me realize how I want my son to be talking about me in a way. Like, I want my son to be proud of the life that he is living and the life that his father has created for himself, for him. You know what I mean? Like, it was just so beautiful hearing the way that he was talking about his dad. You know, I could tell in his eyes that he was proud. He was proud. He was proud of the man that his father was. He was proud to be who he was because he was proud of the people who raised him. You know? And it really hit me. It really impacted me. Because I was like, bro, that's what I am doing this for. That's what I'm creating all of this for. For my future children. So that whenever my son is 5, 6 years old and he's talking to some random dude in the gym that I create, he's going to be able to make a similar impact because he is proud of the man that his father is, you know? He's proud of the life that he is living. Also, another reason why I'm doing this, I have this picture right next to me, but every single day. I don't know if you can see it that well. But yeah, the younger version of myself. I have this picture next to me so that anytime I think about going back into those same cycles, the cycles that I've broken, I see that. I see the younger version of myself, and I don't want to let that boy down. Like, that's my bro. It's my homie. Can't let him down. So yeah, that's along the same lines of, like, just breaking those cycles so that you can create a better life not only for yourself but for your future children. You know, because they're depending on you. They're relying on you to break these cycles, or else they're going to have to do it. You know, they're going to have to go through all of the suffering that you have gone through but haven't learned from. You know? What if you could just learn from it so that they could live a better life? You know? Break the cycle, bro. Break the cycle. You can do it. You can do it. If I did it, you can do it. If I did it, you can do it. You can do it. Break the cycle, bro. There is nothing stopping you besides you. Besides your own selfish desires to stay stuck in that cycle because it may feel good, because it's comfortable. Don't be selfish, bro. Think about your future children. Think about your younger self. Break the cycle, bro. You got this shit. And with that, this has been Mastery Conversations, episode 2. And yeah, Mastery Conversations, episode 2, talking about breaking the cycle. Let's go, fam. Y'all stay blessed. Today is Thanksgiving. Enjoy your time with your fam. Stay off of your phone after you get off of this video. And then have a great rest of November going into December. We're going to make this last month of the year the best month of the year. So yeah, let's get it, fam. Adios, amigos. Stay blessed.